Good morning. I'm just got another email, another alert, and so we've got some changes in the system. So I want to give you an update. So I'll let you guys kind of hop in here. I'm gonna get my stream ready so we can talk about what is going on up there. And it seems like it's just never ending. But I think in this example, I think we're going to be okay. And I think this is going to be a good thing for us. We just got to make sure that we're, part of this process, and we're going to help our senators out. And so let me get this thing shared, and then we'll kind of break it down. And here's what we can expect. And I think going forward into this is all just another maneuver for us to run out the clock. So hopefully that House Bill 4145 will just die in committee. And so that's what we're trying. And so let's hope that this new bill will help that. And so we just have to be a part of the process. We have a public hearing scheduled starting tomorrow, 12:45, hearing room C, and this is going to be on Senate Bill 1563. Okay, 1563, and so something that's relatively new to me, so I'm not 100% sure of it. I'm still kind of trying to digest it, but from the outside looking in, it looks like a very helpful bill on our end. And it's going to start off in the Senate. And so this is a Senate bill 1563 1563. And so I'm going to share my screen here so you guys can kind of see. So the chief sponsors are Senator Hayden Starr and Representative Deal. So this is, these are good folks that are working on our behalf, and so this is going to be hopefully a good thing for us. And so what this does is it gives us the opportunity to sue if our constitutional protected rights are violated under the Oregon Constitution Section 1. So it's referring to Article Section 1, Section 27 of the Oregon Constitution, which is our right to keep and bear arms under the Oregon State Constitution. So in that regard, I think it's a really helpful thing. And this is where I feel that we should really get involved. And this is where we should help them kind of push this thing forward. And so what I'm going to kind of propose to all of you here in the group or on YouTube is this is one that we support. We want to champion. We want to make sure, because what this does is this puts them on the defensive. Okay. This is something they hate lawsuits. They don't want to be held liable. When we're talking about 4145, there's actually a carve out there for law enforcement. So if our permit to purchase is denied, we do not have any recourse. So we could not sue those permitting agents. It's in the bill, in the language. And so they're doing everything they can to prevent their own civil liability, right, by violating our rights. And so this bill, it goes the opposite direction. So it says if the state of Oregon violates your rights, you have recourse and you can sue them civilly. And so this is awesome. And this is an example of fighting forward. Okay, so this is something that I do recommend that if you guys are kind of paying attention to what's happening in this short session, this would be a bill that I would support, and this is something that I could get behind. And so what I'm going to do, so this is the bill, Senate Bill 1563. Up here on the right corner, it says e-subscribe. I do recommend that you e-subscribe to that. Put your email address. That way, if there's any changes or modifications to this bill, you'll get an email alert. And you go down here to the scheduled events. Okay, so it says right here, we have a public hearing scheduled for tomorrow at 12:45 up there in Salem. You can do it remote if you're going to testify in remote, or you can do it in person, hearing room C. Okay, so that's a good thing right here. Right now, we can submit testimony. This is another one that we're going to want to submit testimony to hopefully stop this stuff. Okay, or actually not this one. We're going to push this one forward, but the other ones, we still need to submit testimony on 4145. So let's talk about the text of the bill. So that's kind of the meat and the potatoes right there. I'm going to remove this and I'm going to switch my screen 1 second. So this is, I'm going to see if, I'm going to do one more. 1 second. There we go. So this is the actual verbiage of the bill. What I really appreciate about this bill is actually one page. So it's super simple, easy to digest. And so it talks about, so section one, any person who has been deprived of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured by Article 1 of the Oregon Constitution by a person acting under color of law may bring a civil action for economic and non-economic damages. Okay, so that right there is telling me it would give me the opportunity to sue the government. It could be the permitting agent, it could be Oregon State Police. They are no longer going to be afforded any kind of civil immunity protections there. So that is huge. Okay, so this is something that we want to get behind. This is something we want to push forward, because what this does is put them on a position where they're going to have to choose, right? So it's like, are we going to push this House Bill 4145 forward and not worry about this one, and then this one's going to actually hold everybody liable? So they're going to be going multiple directions here. So this is really great. This is an example of fighting forward. This is something that I do recommend that we get behind. And so if you guys, I'm not seeing any comments. If you guys can see this, hear this, you guys have any questions, please put this in the chat. For some reason, I'm not seeing anything, so I don't know if anybody's commenting or not, but so that's where we're at. So this is a one-page bill, and obviously I'll put the language in here. I'm going to register to testify. I probably would go back up there and testify in person, because I have some other meetings that I can take up there while I'm there. But you guys are welcome to, basically testify online. What I would recommend is, obviously, I'll put the information in this video so you guys can kind of see what it's about. We can submit written testimony in support of this bill. We can also register to testify either remote or in person. And I think this is a step in the right direction. This is a way for them to kind of push back on what's happening currently, to take away our civil liberties. And this is a way to kind of expand them. And so this is something that I do recommend we get a part of and be a part of. So thank you, Matt. I appreciate you for tuning in. I hope you're having a good day. So I'm tired. It's been a long couple days, but like, I feel today when I woke up, I felt like we had a new chance at this game that we're playing. I feel that, the way things went for us yesterday, I had a lot of emails from, reps and senators yesterday. They asked me how I felt about things. I felt that it went really well, believe it or not. So I'm optimistic that this thing's just going to go away. And so this would be a help to that, because that's going to hold them liable. So that's kind of where I'm at. I want to give you a quick update on this and bring it to your attention, because it's something that just came across my desk, and I want to make sure that we're part of this, right? So we want to help these guys, and it might be a good idea to reach out, and I can put their email addresses in there. So we might want to reach out to Senator Hayden, Senator Starr, also Representative Deal, and just say thank you. Thank you for siding with law-abiding citizens. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to have due process. Thank you for their support of our 2A rights. And it wouldn't take long just to say thank you. And it would probably mean a lot to them to know that there's people out there that are paying attention, that have their backs. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't have too much more for you. I just want to give you that update. I have more videos I'm going to be putting out in the next day or so. I've been just kind of editing things and watching my friends and my neighbors testify. It was really cool to see some of the folks just get out of their comfort zone and show up and either testify online or testify in person. It was really cool to see some of these people that may have never done it before, and now they're part of the process. And I think that's the biggest goal for me here with the work that I'm doing on YouTube and on the Facebook group, is just giving you guys a voice, getting you off the sidelines, getting you in the game. I think that's what's truly going to change where we're at in the state, is if we engage. They don't know what to do. Like, they are not used to us being in the room. They are not used to us submitting testimony. They are not used to us, testifying in front of them, right? This is something they want to keep us out of the system. That's why they move it so quick, because they don't want you to be a part of the system. And then when we are finally a part of the system, they don't know what to do, and they don't have a counter. And so I guess the greatest counter that we have as Oregon gun owners is that we're clocked in and we're ready to fight, and we're not going to give up. We're going to take this all the way to the end of the session. We're going to stop all these horrible bills, and we're going to take a moment to rest and pause, and then we're going to get ready for the next session. That's the goal, is we're going to build on this momentum and keep moving that momentum forward. So we can do it. I believe in it. And so I appreciate you guys just being a part of the process, so I just want to give you that update. So we have a public hearing tomorrow, Senate Bill 1563, 12:45 p.m., hearing room C in Salem. That's February 4th. And so if you guys can make it, we would love to see you there. If you can testify remotely, that would be great, but at least submit written testimony and support, because I think that's going to be a really great thing for us going forward. So that's about it. Unless you guys have any other questions, I'm going to let you go and then get back to my work, and we'll plan on seeing you guys again in another video. It's been a while, a couple days. So, but I feel like we're making good progress. So thanks for being a part of it, and we will talk to you all soon. Thank you.